If you're feeling like a lump on a log, or meaner than a junkyard dog, you've got questions, well I do too. Come on and join the solution revolution. There's answers for me and you, yeah, there's answers that we can use. Come on and join the solution revolution.
Hey everybody, it's me, Leo Battenhausen, on Mender online via YouTube. We are the Solution Revolution, and I want to tell you how much I appreciate you tuning in to this segment every week. And it's been a delayed one because this weekend I was out with my band friends and brothers playing our annual, what I call Christmas show, and Christmas in May. But we've been doing this for 11 years now, folks. Hot Rods and Harleys gig in Rahway, New Jersey, with the big band, Spider Daniels Band, and all of my friends and brothers. We had an awesome day, a beautiful day. Lots of people came out to see us. We had a wonderful time. And but that kind of put me down for the count on Sunday. And yesterday was catch-up time, so today I was finally able to sit down and get to the heat and heart of what I wanted to talk about on Sunday. As you know, I always like to do Sunday shows because that's a day when I really normally don't have much going on. But this is an issue that has really been bothering me, and really bothering me for about the past 2 weeks now. I don't know if everybody's aware of this, but you know, we're aware of Ebola, and we're aware of all these kinds of diseases that we hear about on the news and on the media, and we're all wearing masks, and you know, we don't want to touch anybody, and you know, we're suing each other, and we have all these gloves and masks on because the media tells us about all these ridiculous, well, I can't say ridiculous, but I'll say they never seem to pan out too much, but these diseases that are an epidemic in the world. Now, we're facing something in this country today, folks, that is an epidemic. And it's the highest epidemic we've ever seen of such a thing. And it is probably the most disgusting, sickening, repulsive lack of knowledge and coverage by the media that we've ever seen when it comes to diseases. You know what's on the rise, folks? You know what's the highest it's ever been in this country right now? The highest mental health disease that has ever been is at its highest peak that we've ever seen, and it's called suicide. Correct, folks, suicide. People are killing themselves in record numbers in this country as we speak. Do you hear about that on the news? Do you hear about it anywhere? No. Absolutely, we never do. And that makes me sick. We're talking about other Ebola and all this other stuff that kills people, supposedly. I guess it does. I'm not going to judge on that. I'm not an MD, but I know something about depression. I know a lot about depression, and I know about suicides. Why don't we hear about this? It's been pushed under the rug far too long. Mental health systems suck in this country. Suck. We are at the highest we've ever seen now, ever, in the history of this country, folks. And you know who are spiking? I mean, this goes across the board of socioeconomic classes, genders, locations in this country, okay? It's across the board high. However, the highest spikes, get ready for this, are females aged 10 years old to 14 years old. 10 to 14-year-old girls are killing themselves in record numbers. Why isn't this being covered on the news? Okay, the other half of these people are males aged 45 to 64. which they're saying could be part of the recession of 2008, and it probably is, because these guys were let go of their jobs that were outsourced to countries that hate us for 15 cents an hour, so big corporate business can save money. And this is a whole nother issue, which I'm not going to get into, but okay, so males 45 to 64 and females aged 10 to 14 are the highest increases in suicides in America right now, today, as we've ever seen before in our history. Why is this going on? Why aren't we more aware of depression? And then we have these reports. This is coming from the Centers from Disease Control, folks. This is no scam operation. This is the CDC, and their reports are on the money, and they're usually very accurate. And why aren't these things being talked about? We have still not come to terms with the level of depression in the United States today. We're all suffering or have someone in our lives that are suffering with this sick disease that either will kill you from heart problems, because depression affects our heart's condition and our heart's way to function, or it can cause suicide. So it's going to get you either way. You see what I'm saying? But nobody talks about this. Yeah, and I'm looking at my report here, and what's being said is, for many, let me read this to you, because it sickens me to see this. For many, better health services could prevent suicides, especially with historical patterns of increased depression and suicide during times of national economic or other despair. Making these services more easily available could help. They could help. Okay, see, what's going on here is we're creating a problem, and now we're trying to say we need to fix the problem, but the problem should have never begun to begin with. Why is this happening? And that's what I'm going to get into, because that's my line of work, and it's my line of writing, and it's my attitude, and it's my belief in what is wrong with America, folks. I wrote Social Side, okay? Social Side as in suicide, but we're killing ourselves socially. How America is loving itself to death. That's the name of my book. And that's exactly what's happening here, because our media is drawing and pushing ridiculously impossible goals for our children to meet, especially young girls to meet. And parents are going right along with this. They are expecting their little children, 10 to 14, to be little adults and perform and do what's right and be so beautiful and dress like little hookers on 42nd Street, to no avail. These girls and children in general have no brain capacity, folks, to handle the pressures from the media, from their role models like Beyonce and who's the other, Marley Cyrus, whoever the hell that is. And, the list goes on. And I'm just saying them because they're the only ones I can think of right now. But this is what our little girls are trying to become, okay? And our little boys are following right behind, watching porno on technology, watching porn on the computers, and thinking this is the way it's supposed to be. Now, these little minds are not developed. Kids should be kids, folks. Our brains are not completely developed until we're 24 years old. How is a little child supposed to understand the pressures that are put on them and the expectations put on them by the media. The media is evil. The media is Satan, and the media is going to try, and they are trying, and I write about this in Social Side, to destroy this country by destroying family, by destroying marriage, by destroying what's right, by destroying what's good, and by destroying anybody's faith in a higher power, by making our little children slaves to a technologically dependent world and a social media dependent world. I was speaking to a client of mine just yesterday, and she was telling me about a site, and I don't remember the name, and I'm scared not to repeat it anyway, but she was watching something on reality television, okay, reality television, which has done nothing less than contribute to the destruction of this country, that she saw about little girls online, okay, on social media and on these sites that were trying to get as many likes for their looks as they could. How good do I look? And we're talking 10 to 14 years old, okay? How many likes can I get for how cute I am? Now, what these girls were doing were offering to boys, maybe men, adult men, sexual services, pictures of themselves naked on online or via their phone, sexting, another great new word America has come up with, sexting, or offering them oral sex in order for them to get repaid with a like on their site for their picture. Where the hell is mom? Where the hell is dad? This is what our 10 to 14-year-old girls are doing to a great extent. Looking for acceptance, love, admiration, thanks to the media, thanks to Kim Kardashian, thanks to social media, thanks to like, and thanks to a bunch of BS that our children are not prepared to deal with. So, they're exploiting themselves in order to become popular. And they will go as far as offering sexual favors or pictures of themselves naked and all of their body parts to boys or men, who knows, online, because it's all anonymous. And these little girls, if they don't make the grade, or if someone sees their pictures, once it's out there, it's gone. You have given yourself up to the world of scrutiny and harassment and bullying and every other piece of soul shredding that's possible. And then when that happens, don't you think these girls are going to feel upset and sad and disgusted? Of course they are, because they're not ready to handle that. If they were ready to handle that, they'd probably say, I'm not doing that. I know what's in for me. I know what can happen if I do these bad things. But where's mommy and daddy? Where are they? We don't know. Mommy's got the baby in this arm, and she's got the cell phone in this arm. Which one do you love more, Mom? Which one do you love more, Dad? So this suicide situation to me, folks, is sickening and disgusting, and no one is talking about it. Why is this not on the television? Why are we not hearing this? Because the media is supporting it. They're creating it, folks. Don't you understand that it's not going to get better unless we start rebuilding the bedrock of our country on morality and believing in a higher power and bringing God back into our lives and parenting. We are not parenting anymore. When I said this topic bothered me, I stand corrected. This topic pisses me off. We're losing Americans. We're losing children. and we're losing adults. And suicide is not the solution. You've all heard, maybe I've heard, it's a permanent solution to a temporary problem. But our children are being subjected to this kind of crap, and our media supports it. Why aren't they talking about this high rate of suicide going on in this country today? I just don't understand. Suicide rates, I want to read you the statistic. Overall, suicide has increased by 24%. 24% since 1999. From 10.5 per 100,000 people to 13.0 per 100,000 people. That's 2.5 in my book. From 1999, though, to 2006, the average annual increase in suicides was 1%, but increased to 2% from 2006 to 2014, which was not that long ago. So we are only seeing it go up and up and up, and we know that depression by 2020 will be the second highest cause, or the second highest medically diagnosed problem in the world, next to heart disease. And guess what? Heart disease and depression are holding hands, folks. Depression wears on our hearts, and it can cause heart attack, strokes, cardiovascular problems, everything. So it's not, like I said before, if it's not going to get you one way, it's going to get you another. But there is no excuse for children to be committing suicide because they're not popular enough or pretty enough or give the best oral sex enough than somebody else. And then when they don't, they're teased, ridiculed, bullied, harassed, and everything is exposed to the world. And what's a little 10-year-old to do? Talk to mommy? Where's mommy? Could be doing the same thing. I don't know. We are in a bad situation here, folks. We are in the worst part ever of history, and biblically, this has all been predicted. Call me crazy, call me out of my mind, but this is reality. And the reality is you have to find reason for this. And what would be that reason? Evil. Evil is the reason. Evil will corrupt. Evil will dissuade. Evil will make you think things you may never believed. Evil wants to devour everything that's good and everything that America stood upon in its birth for its own delight and pleasure. And your media and your government today support this. This government is out of its mind. The media is right in bed with them, and they're just watching and they're waiting and they're dumbing everybody down. And when does it end? We need to get right, folks. We need to get right with God. Our Lord, be right. Don't be fooled. And don't think you can't do anything about it. If you have children or you're thinking about having children, you better get on board. You have to wake up, smell the coffee, because it's burning. And we are responsible. There's nobody going to bail us out of this one except ourselves. God will bail us out. We can be assured of that. He promised us that. But we have to seek him out. Oh. And again, I put a call out to all you atheists out there that might be watching this. I want to know how the most highly educated, or many of the most highly educated people in this world, cannot believe in God. Tell me, email me, go to mindmenderonline.com and let me know, because I don't get it. Have you been that dumbed down? Have you been that infected by evil? Do you see what's happening? Tell me why there's no God. Tell me how that benefits you or to the country. We came here to this country, folks, because of our beliefs in God. And we established this country on those beliefs, but now all of a sudden they don't count. We're all nuts now. God lovers are nuts. We're all crazy. There's an old saying, when we talk to God, it's prayer. But when God talks to us, we're schizophrenics. It's really funny. But again, back to the mental health system in this country. We've created this problem. Don't start crying about fixing it now, because no money's going into this. We don't take care of our mentally ill here, and that includes depression. We don't take care of them. Schizophrenics, major depression, bipolar disorder, addictions. We don't care about them. I am a provider for these services. I do this work, and I've seen what insurance companies do. They don't pay. They don't care. They want to question every move you make. They want to make sure every I is dotted on your case notes. Folks, people are committing suicide, but they want to make sure I have a treatment plan signed with the right date on it. Are they out of their mind? And then they don't want to pay. It should be free. Put them on pills. Give them pills, pills, pills. Why? Because the pharmaceutical companies are in bed with the government. Let's make them all rich. But let's not pay the providers who truly care and want to see things get better and want to help people get better and feel good when we make people feel better or help them feel better and get out of the dark, disgusting dungeons of scum that they suffer in. Sorry I'm going off on this, but obviously I'm very passionate about it. And this suicide thing really kicked me where it hurts. But I want to share this with you because I don't think people understand what's going on. I don't think people are informed or given information about where Kim Kardashian's fat ass was last night. But we don't know about depression being the highest it's ever been in this country. There's something very wrong with that. My friends, please be aware, wake up, join me on weekly. Please subscribe to my website and my Facebook page and my YouTube page, Mender Online. Please click the subscribe button. Like it if you do. Email me at mindmender.com. mindmenderonline.com. Go to that website. Join me in this solution revolution. I'm on YouTube as well. Like I just said, I'm also on Facebook at Mender. My name is Leo Battenhausen. I want to join you and create a revolution, a solution revolution, and educate this world and get us back to where we belong. Please, please, folks, the country and our children need us. And if you have a brain, think. Thanks for listening. Take care.